Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading for the week ahead. This is just to offer you some insight and guidance into your week, what it may hold, and how to navigate it really. There are 4 paths to choose from, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Timestamps are in the description box below so you can skip ahead to your reading. Remember, this is a collective reading. If you want something that is completely and utterly tuned into you and your energies and your reality, then please reach out for a one-to-one reading. You'll find all my details below with how to contact me and get yourself booked in, and I would absolutely love to do that for you. So take a moment, pause, see which card pile you're the most drawn to. That's where your messages lie. We have a new moon in Scorpio this week, and we are also moving into Sag season, so that is exciting stuff. And yeah, take a moment, choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you picked this deck, the Stained Glass Tarot, this is your reading for the week ahead. So let's see what is in store for you. Okay, so we're starting off there with the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands in the reverse. So Wands are the fire element. So this is where that like energy and passion and that drive comes in, but both are in their detriment, both are in the reverse. The 5 of Wands talks about like a conflict avoidance, trying to avoid disagreements, competition, tension in any way. And the 3 of Wands in the reverse talks about like a delay. And so with these two combined, it's like your avoidance of this tension is actually putting a delay on your long-term goals of where you actually want to head. So it's about this aspect here, the 2 of Pentacles coming in, which is a complete and utter lack of balance, where balance needs to be brought in, and I would action that aspect. So where you are avoiding any of this tension and conflict, kind of lean into it. And I don't mean like go and have a fight and cause this. It just means lean into those uncomfortable areas, lean into what you may be possibly avoiding, because it's actually preventing you from getting exactly where you want to be, and obviously that's where we want you to be. So bring that aspect into balance, really ground it and root it, and kind of bring some of that fiery passion energy down into the earth. Get yourself really, really stable, get things balanced, and then if it is like potentially a conflict with people, say, like really ground that, root that, like find balance with that person, find balance with wherever that tension lies, so that you can then move forwards in a productive way for you. Because we have the King of Swords here in the reverse, and with him in the reverse, it's an aspect of like potentially not wanting to talk, it's that conflict part coming in. This is how we communicate. So there's a block in that. So you need to aspect that you need to be able to communicate through this stuff to be able to get to where you want to go. And that's not just true for this circumstance, that's true for life as well. So this is a really good thing, a good practice for you in general in the world. 7 of Pentacles here is a card that talks about like our vision and our long-term investment. So this is really asking you to lean into this discomfort now, because it's about this like long-term thinking, this long-term planning for whatever it is that you may want to do. And it may involve some discomfort with the 3 of Cups here in the reverse, because this talks about a stifled energy, and that could be stifled through too many people, like three's a crowd comes in with the 3 of Cups. But it can also just talk about stifled intuition, stifled creativity. And this is because it's that knock-on effect aspect of all of these things, where it's kind of asking you to withdraw. So like it's finding this balance with whatever this conflict intention is, and then taking with this long-term investment, taking a moment, like whether it's near the end of the week or just throughout the week, to withdraw, to really focus in and hone in on you. Because both of these 3s are in the reverse, and the 3s are about collaboration and connections, but they are both reverse. So I would recommend an inward turn, and that's not to say you have to go alone forever. It's just asking you to aspect that now, to like really hone in on that. And we have a new moon in Scorpio. New moons are always new beginnings. And Scorpio is that like death and rebirth aspect and really asks us to go into our depths. So with that happening this week, and obviously it will affect you differently depending on where it's hitting your chart, but I would really lean into you, your inner world, your depths. Go inwards so that you can go more external. We're moving into Sag season, it's fire, so you can push that fire forwards then. But like, just take this energy of the week like and use it to your advantage so that you can like move forwards in the most productive way for you. Right, let's get you some more cards. Pile one. We have the Stone of Destiny, life path, ambition, passion, yes, and then obstacle. So this is that long-term thinking in regards to where it is you want to be, that Three of Wands in the reverse. And then we've got this obstacle, find another road, flexibility, change. And this is what that inward turn is going to be about. So really, really like a review. Go into review aspect of this part of your life path, of your ambition, of that passion, because that is connected to the Stone of Destiny. Like, you're the only person that can pull this sword out of the stone. It's for you, but there's something here in that, like, there's something that's been blocking it, where whatever this is linked to, this tension, this disagreement, whatever this may be here, potentially even competition, and like taking this step back, really withdrawing inwards to really find that balance so that you can move forward, so that you can find a way around the obstacle. So it's not about fighting this obstacle, it's not about smashing through it, it's finding another course. And so that's where that inward turn and finding that balance is going to be really helpful, and clear communication with people, if this is directly linked to people. Having that line of clear communication can just ensure that everybody's on the right page, that you all get to a place where even if you agree to disagree, that's part of the magic there. But it's in doing that that you can kind of just leave it, and then with that you get that insight, that clarity of then how to move around it. Let's get another card for you. If you ever want to know what the decks are, by the way, I do list them in the description box. There we go. Embrace solitude as a sacred space for introspection and connection with the divine. Like, I love it when the cards just come up and talk about what we've been talking about. It's so beautiful and in sync. So really go into, like I've been saying, go into that inward turn, that solitude space, so that it's actually going to help you move forwards. You don't need to push this week. You need to inward turn, rebalance, deal with any conflicts, and then this will give you that introspection. It's going to give you the guidance that you need. It will really like bring your intuition online better. Like with the Three of Cups and the reverse cups, it links to water, so it is our intuition is held there. So this is really asking you to come back into connection with the divine, with yourself in a greater way, so that you can really move forwards in what will be a really magical and powerful way. I've got the feeling here that that Sag season energy will really, really serve you. So like, it's setting yourself up for that, and really utilize that new moon in Scorpio, which happens on its early hours in the morning on the 20th, which is the Thursday. That's UK time. If you're watching from elsewhere, you may need to find out where, like what time that is for you. Let's get some more cards for you. We have horsetail and patience. Be patient. This is not the push time, remember. It is that inward turn, because it, and remember that aspect. Seven of Pentacles there is a card about long-term thinking. So this is setting you up for success in the future, but you have to allow the time now, not the time to push, the time to lay by a river and just relax, as this horsetail is kind of showing here with that patience aspect. And then we have this angel's trumpet and death. So that death and rebirth. Death is not a bad thing. Death is a beautiful thing. Death teaches us and it sheds what we no longer want. Scorpio season, Scorpio new moon, death and rebirth. It's all really linked in there. New moons being the new, like the new beginning, the new self. So, and in that, the death has to be there so that the new can come. So lean into like really releasing whatever needs to be released, deal with whatever needs to be dealt with, really find a way to balance so that that death can be like grand and beautiful and really, really serving, so that you can really be born anew and not take it into Sag season, not take it into your future, just full stop. Sag season is fire. So we are moving out of Scorpio's waters, which are all like really intense, really in the depths, and we're moving into fire. Like Sag really wants, it's the archer, it's that bow and arrow. It really actively wants to seek and explore. So that fire will come, but really just embrace this week that like final death aspect. Get your ducks in order as such. Like do that to really serve you, and then it like in that pushing forwards, like later down the line. I mean, Sag season literally starts the day after this new moon, so we'll be going into that energy, and it will really, really, like your fire will come back online in such a more powerful way if you do this. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile one. If you'd like a one-to-one reading, which goes way more in depth, or if you need any like in detailed aspect of help with any part of this, please reach out. My details are in the description box below. And if you did enjoy this, please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of those things. It really does help, and I really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile two. If you picked this deck, the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, I think this is the reading for you. Card decks are always in the description box below, so you can check that out if you do want to know for sure. But let's see what the week has in store for you. I've got a lot of anxious feeling coming into my belly at the moment, so that feels like it's linked to your reading for the week. You may already be anxious, or it may be that some anxiety is going to come up for you. Okay, so we're starting there with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. I'm lying to you completely. It's the Page of Swords. And the Swords is like speaks of anxiety. The Swords are our mind space. So our anxieties, fears, and worries are all linked into that. They all sit up there. And the Page of Swords in the reverse is a card that talks about this like anxiety, frustration, inability to kind of like move forwards, to be able to shift out of that anxious space, to be able to speak the words that you need to speak, to be able to gain the clarity that you want. The Page of Swords in the upright is so curious. It's so like energetic in that way. It has this like really young, it's like got awareness, but it's like a really young awareness where it's got that curiosity, that excitement to move forwards. And it just feels like there's just this like lack there, and it's almost this feeling in my belly, like the imagery coming through is of like a child. So it feels as if this is linked to something to do with your inner child, to do with your childhood, that's just like you like a desire to have that movement forwards, desire to have that curiosity, a desire to be able to like communicate your needs, communicate your ideas, and start the ball rolling in some way. But there's something then linked there to that inner child where the fear is overriding, and we really need to push through that. We do have a new moon in Scorpio this week. It will affect you differently depending on your chart, but new moons are new beginnings, and Scorpio is obviously the sign of death and rebirth. So there is this very big aspect of this new moon of a very grand new beginning coming in. That in and of itself could be raising the anxiety, where like you may know where you want to do, what you want to start, but there's just all this fear coming in. And I would really lean into the death and rebirth process of that like Scorpio new moon. It lands early hours of the morning on the 20th in the UK, because it's pushing you towards this doorway. The Four of Wands is a beautiful card. It's a card about harmony and community and celebration, and it's like a homecoming, like this welcoming homecoming party aspect here. And this is what you're being guided towards, but there's like a big like being stuck here that you need to move through. with that Scorpio new moon not being till the Thursday of the week, I feel like this actually will take, this feels like it's more impactful. This is going to take over more of the week. And this is kind of what the Scorpio new moon, and then also Sag season the day after that, is kind of bringing into you. Sag season is fire. This is wands, it's fire. So that this opening to you really is at the end of the week. Working through this will be very much the beginning. And then we have this Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck, that is really, really methodical in how they move. It's very slow moving. And this will be a really, really nice respite, like for you, coming out of this like frantic anxiety, mental energy, and then through this fiery like doorway. And then like you're really going to land. So just trust in the process, trust in working through this aspect at the beginning of the week, because it will really, really assist you in getting to this really grounded, rooted, like efficient Knight of Pentacles after it. And you'll also really lean into, like, you've got this slow moving, earthly, grounded, rooted energy. And then also the High Priestess, who is the like keeper of sacred knowledge. She's the divine feminine. The subconscious mind completely flows through her. She holds all of this like intuition and just knowing, and she can like see without seeing. So you've got these two like feminine aspects, Pentacles being feminine, two really coming like online for you. But it will be through this shifting and really utilizing that new moon in Scorpio for you. There will be a pick a card reading up for the new moon in Scorpio. I intend anyway. And then we have the Two of Wands. This is a doorway. It's an opening again, two doorways here. And this one is about that future planning. It's about these decisions of where you want to go. And it's beautifully paired here with the Page of Cups, which is a dreamer. Like the Page of Cups is a complete and utter dreamer, completely connected into the heart space. Like it's a and this Page of Swords being upside down, so working through these anxieties is going to get your Page of Cups in line. So this page will really, really be the one pushing you forwards with wherever it is that you want to go. Like you'll be beckoned through a doorway, a portal. This is what will open in this process for you, to be then taken to another doorway where you will need to make the decision of where it is that you want to go. But this is not something to be feared. You've got this dreamer energy like intact here, like coming in strong. And then you also going to have, your intuition is going to be completely there, and you're going to have this really grounded, rooted energy that wants to like plan and move slowly and with care. So all of this beautiful, high impactful energy for you. So like really just don't fear, just really lean into this like clearing of whatever this fear, worry, anxiety is, that is linked to that little inner child of yours. We have the healing stones, tenderness, care, and gentleness and nourishment. And this is what I would offer to your inner child. This is what I would offer to your anxious mind to soothe it. So lean into that healing space for the first part of the week, or the majority of the week, because it's leading up until Thursday. That's what will really help you. So get you some energy work booked in, get crystal healing sessions booked in, whatever healing aspects work for you. There's so many varying types. I offer intuitive energy healing. If you would like to reach out for that, it can be done via like video call, so you do not need to be in the same country or the same room. I also do crystal healing and everything like that. All can be offered. But if that's not your jam, if that's not your vibe, there's so many things that like could assist you. But I would really lean into holistic therapies. So whatever works for you, whatever that calling is, lean into that. And then we have the road is clear. You know what to do, walk it your way. Of course you do, because you've got the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, with this Two of Wands, this doorway there. You're going to know. So this decision that needs to be made about your future, you're going to have your intuition is going to be online. You're going to completely and utterly know what it is that you want to do, and it's going to be with such a beautiful dreamer's heart and dreamer's vision there. So like this opening for you is absolutely grand and beautiful. It's just in that shifting through that anxious mind and that connection to that inner child, whatever it is there that really wants to be cleared. The point of that new moon in Scorpio will be that clearing and cleansing of it. We have strengthen your bonds, unity and circle amplifies collective energy and support. So lean on your support networks, lean on your friends, whatever it may be, lean on your therapists, all of that. But I also feel that strengthen your bonds is really talking about strengthening your bond to your inner child and really, really building that connect with that aspect of that wounded child and hold them in a safe space as you wanted to be, as you needed to be held, and like offer them that and strengthen that bond with that inner child, so that these anxieties and fears and worries that come all the way through from your inner child to you now, that can like either, you know, be dead and gone, or it can quieten because you have a because that inner child feels safe, because you've strengthened that bond with them, because they know that they are now, even if they weren't then, safe, and it is safe to do so, and this will help you moving forwards on your path. Let's get some final cards for you. Pile 2, we have cannabis and detachment. Yes, so strengthen your bond to your inner child, but detach from the negativity. Like in this is this aspect, like look at this like being reborn, this rising up aspect. So definitely death, rebirth, lean into like inner child work. Please reach out if you need any assistance with any of these things. We've got Saturn here being in the picture. Saturn is uncomfortable. Saturn is tough lessons, but it's for our growth. So that just leans into that discomfort at the beginning of the week. And then we have Tulsi and wealth. So Tulsi is a beautiful plant. It's really good for calming your nervous system and realigning you energetically. So I very much recommend it. But we also have the wealth aspect coming forwards for you. And this is just like this road is clear, and this doorway and this dreamer's heart, you're really being taken. Like this may be really uncomfortable and hard work. So get the support that you need and really lean into it. The more you lean into it, the more you'll get out of it, the greater the wealth will be. So this is just your positive omen coming through. This is just that like spirit saying, this is here, this is on offer. Like lean into this because it will be worth it. The more you do, we don't want to take this forward with us. We need to leave this behind now. We need to like strengthen that bond with your inner child. We need to really heal that aspect, detach from what doesn't serve us in a gentle, nourishing way with those healing stones. And then we're leading you towards wealth. Right. I will leave it there for you, pile 2. As I've said throughout, any of those services, if you would like them, please reach out. My details are in the description box below. And if you did enjoy this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It really does help and I truly appreciate it. And I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 3. If you picked this card, the Cosmic Garden Tarot, this is your reading. If you ever want to know what the cards are, they are detailed in the description box below. Let's see what the week has in store for you, pile 3. Okay, so we're starting off there with the Two of Swords, a stalemate, an indecision, an inability to be able to see clearly. But what will really help you is really tuning in to your intuition. I always get such High Priestess vibes off of this Two of Swords card. And there's this like balance that is required, but really, really like lean into your intuition, lean into spirit for that guidance for you. That's what's going to serve you best, not leaning in to your logical mind. Leaning into your waters and not your air is definitely recommended. We've got the Queen of Swords here. And so this is swords again. And the Queen of Swords is in her power point. She's on her throne. She has this ability to think clearly. She has that truth, that clarity. But I feel this is really going to come through your intuition. So this stalemate that you may be at in regards to a decision, a choice, is asking you to lean into your intuition so you can unblock, like get your emotional flow in flow, unblock it, so that you can really see clearly, and you will then be gained. In doing so, letting your waters flow will actually help you make the decision that you need to make. If you keep trying to make it from the stance that you're in already, you're just going to confuse yourself. We want this clarity to come through, and it is offered here. We've got this new moon even coming in behind that Queen of Swords in the depiction, and we have a new moon in Scorpio this week. So I feel like that new moon in Scorpio is really going to assist with this aspect. So what to lean into in that new moon is on Thursday early morning in the UK will be clearing any emotional blockages, because it's wanting to take you through to this, to the Lovers. The Lovers is all about balance. The Lovers, yes, can talk about romantic love. Of course it can. It has relationships, but it talks about values aligning. It talks about harmony. So this could be within a relationship. This could be a stalemate you have with a partner. This could be a stalemate you have with an ex, whatever it may be. Or it could be as in, or maybe just someone completely new that you just don't know how to communicate with, but you like them. That could all be a thing. This can also just talk about the divine masculine and feminine energies that you hold within, coming into balance and coming into union. But you need to unblock your emotional, like that those waters are stagnant and they need to flow. This is that main point here. This really feels like the focus, and the new moon is until Thursday. So this really is going to take up a bulk of the week to offer you this clarity, to get you in this throne position where you're feeling really, really comfortable, and you have that clarity, and you can also speak clearly. So it may be conversations that need to be had if this is involving a partner or a person in some description, but it is a beautiful like depiction of this union, this harmonizing. And then we move on to the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is a card that is all about transition. It's about movement from one shore to the next, and it's a rite of passage, but it does involve leaving something behind. So this could be, in regards to some of you, it's leaving a romantic partnership behind. It's leaving something behind that no longer serves you. The union it's talking about, this coming together aspect, is actually that, like the alignment in regards to what needs to move and what needs to shift. We have here the Star though, so we've got full hope and renewal there on offer to you. It is absolute like faith in what is happening and what is occurring. But there is this depiction here, obviously these solo figures. So there could be a separation aspect. If you're holding on to somebody from your past, it could be an absolute separation from that the new moon is offering you clarity with, and the ability to really step into your power, into that solo way. This may not, if this is a relationship and you're like, there's absolutely no way we're breaking up, then that's absolutely, like, this could just be, this crossing is to a new shore that involves just a better communication, a better alignment for the two of you. There's multiple people watching. This is all going to resonate differently. I'm just trying to cover some of how it could come across. And like I said, it could just be your divine masculine and feminine energies within that come into alignment and then help you transition to this new shore, because you are then able to take this rite of passage. And the point of this mainly is that this rite of passage, this movement, because you've unstagnated your water, your boat can move, and it takes you to a new shore. And this new shore is where you can look up at the stars and have that hope and faith and purpose and that renewal. And so this is the beautiful aspect here. We are then kind of ending the week here on the Five of Swords in the reverse. And this links into, so some cards are better in reverse than in the upright. Five of Swords is one of them, and this talks about being open to change. It talks about leaving past resentments in the past and an ability to kind of drop those swords. So the swords you're holding on to here that are bringing confusion, that become your weapon here, it's like you kind of, there's a level that you're bringing them across on the shore, they're coming with you, but then there's this dropping of them here, because you actually, like, you're still kind of carrying the baggage of them until you get this like hope and faith renewal. And then that gives you this ability to really open up to the change, leave the past in the past and drop those swords. They will just naturally kind of fall. So like, it does feel like a big week, but definitely not one that you're like incapable of handling. Of course you can. Just go into it with belief in yourself as much as you can do. And like I said, really, really work to unstagnate your waters. So we have the secret chamber, potency, deep connection and treasure. And then we have soul agreement, soul mission, soul plan and life purpose. So the secret chamber, this is that inward turn. I mean, look at it. Is this person, this figure is going in to this darkness, into this dark chamber, going into the underworld. So really utilize that new moon in Scorpio to really, really assist you in getting your waters flowing and getting like death, rebirth, let what needs to go, go. Lean into this as much as you can. The more you lean into it, the more potent it will be, the more you will get out of it. You are, in going into that uncomfortable place, leading yourself towards deep connection and treasure. It is a secret chamber. This darkness, this dark, scary path, you're like, oh, I don't want to go in there. That looks scary. You know, I've seen the horror movies, is actually leading you to this. It's leading you to the light. But there is a bit of like shadow walking to do for you. No surprise. We're still in Scorpio season. It's the end of, and there's a new moon in Scorpio. So there's no surprise here in regards to that. But it's taking you to this. Look down there, she goes, and out into this beautiful like utopia, this bright, this white soul agreement, soul mission, soul plan, life purpose. This is this transition. The Six of Swords is going into the secret, is that transition, that movement across. The Star is this, the soul agreement. This is what that your hope and faith will be renewed, because you're going to activate this. You'll either see it really clearly, or what will happen is you will just activate it. So you will just know the reason why you came, the reason why you are here. Something is just going to fall into alignment and really, really activate and come forward, which is what will assist you in really dropping the swords, dropping the baggage that doesn't serve you. Let's get another card for you, pile 3. Seek guidance. The runes offer insight that illuminate your path and decisions. So a beautiful card. If you have runes, obviously please use them because this is coming through. But you can also just seek guidance regardless. So you can just call in, like runes and casting stones and cards for that matter are a tool. So you don't actually need any of these to talk to spirit, to talk to your higher self. Like you don't need them. They're just a tool. So this aspect, use tools if you have them accessible, but you can also just sit and connect if that is your tool. That is absolutely wonderful. I would also recommend, she's got this, like she's like drawing on a stone. So I would recommend potentially also some thoughts, like form of either writing or creative, like drawing, something like that. You don't have to, you know, just like free flow, let what wants to come through, like ask for guidance, see what comes out of your hand. Pardon me, but you're doing this in regards to this path and the decisions. Really help, like especially with this, the runes offer insights that illuminate your path and decisions. We obviously want our path illuminated as we're going into this dark chamber. I also recommend calling on Goddess Hecate. She is the illuminator of dark spaces. So that is also something that could assist you this week. So many little things there. Just go with what feels right for you. We have echinacea, destiny, and then 𝐿𝑘𝐽𝐻. I don't know if I'm saying that right because I don't know what that is, to be honest, with higher consciousness. So with that soul agreement, soul mission, soul plan, trust in the discomfort. Like whatever it is that you need to do to get your waters in flow. We do not want stagnant water. We do not want any of that black icky water coming through into this new landscape. So really, really lean into the shadows, really, really release, go scream at the moon, write it down, burn it. I know it is a new moon. New moons are about new beginnings. And so it's like more time for setting intentions, but it's a new moon in Scorpio. Death and rebirth is a theme with Scorpio. So lean into almost like some more of those full moon practices of release and the new moon intention part to get you into your destiny. I'd even actually know, do you know what? The guidance that just came through is not even necessarily setting intentions. It's trusting that you're going to meet this doorway, trusting that you're going to meet your, like, get in this opening, this activation of your soul agreement, this destiny. So really actually leaning into the release and putting the rest in absolute trust that is going to activate this doorway, open this doorway, this portal here, your destiny. And then what we have here with this release, that Five of Swords, that's going to open you up to change. I feel your higher consciousness is really going to activate and come online. That ability to like lean into that is going to be so heightened. So just really, really trust as much as you can. Right. I will leave it there for you, pile 3. If you would like any help with any aspect of this, then please reach out. My services are linked below. And if you did enjoy this, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of those things. They really help and I truly appreciate it. And I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 4. If you picked this deck, the Woman's Tarot, I think I'm lying to you. I don't think it's called that, but it is in the description box. I do tell you what the cards are, so you can look there if you want to know. Let's see what the week ahead has in store for you. Oh, when did that happen? Okay. Okay. So we are starting the week with the Emperor. Oh, and the Chariot and Death. 3 major arcana. So boom, boom, boom. Big bang. Big bang at the beginning of your week. Pile 4. Sorry, this is just OCD annoying. It's, oh God, it's still not perfect. We'll just go with it. We'll go with it. It's fine. Absolutely fine. So the Emperor, starting there. The father figure, he is like the structure, this divine masculine like power coming through, and there's this like he's looking up, and I imagine it's Mars that he's looking up to, but we do have a new moon in Scorpio this week, and so new moons are like new beginnings. Scorpio obviously is water but has a fiery energy, and it kind of to me feels like he's more looking up to the moon. That's the energy I'm going with. So I'd really lean into, and this has kind of come across in all the piles, where the new moon in Scorpio is kind of taking the lead with the week. I will put a post up with the new moon in general though, and that's not till Thursday. So this is kind of like taking more of the beginning of the week aspect, and this Emperor is looking up to the moon. So spend the beginning part of the week leading up to that moon focusing on the moon and what it holds for you. We are all different. We all have different charts, so it will affect you differently depending on your rising sign. So check out how it will directly affect you, but it is death and rebirth with Scorpio themes. New moon, new beginnings. So it's really leaning in here to this death process. So this aspect of really leaning in and focusing on the moon as your point of priority for the week, because what it's going to do is help you in moving forwards in a really successful, determined way. But look at this Chariot here. The Chariot's not moving almost like forwards, the Chariot's coming backwards. So it feels as if for you there's this, and she's got these 2 little moons around her head. There feels like there's this revisiting of a past theme that you haven't quite let die yet, that needs to really be let go of under this new moon. And I'm saying let go of because although new moons are about new intentions and new beginnings, with the Scorpio aspect, there really is that death rebirth theme. And so with that, it's got a kind of full moon energy of release to it. So there is an aspect here of looking back at your past. This Chariot is in water. So there is going into your emotional landscape to really, really shift what no longer serves you here, because it needs to be put to bed. It needs to die. The death coming up here is all about those endings and that change and that transformation. And we want you to be able to transition into this beautiful tree. So really lean in and let go of whatever needs to be let go of. Do the work, pay attention. And like the Emperor coming in with that, like I said, it's a father figure. It's like daddy energy. So like that establishment and that structure coming through. So I really do mean like put the effort in, and like if you're like, I don't have time, this is saying make the time, like put it into your structure. Like this is coming in with like cracking the whip energy. That's how it kind of feels. The Empress sat there going, you should do this, you need to do this. So take that energy on, listen to it, lean into the past aspect, because it's going to help you move forwards. We want the Chariot to go full speed with determination to where we want to go. Currently, it needs to go backwards to release, but it's then so it can death, rebirth, it can move and take you in the direction that you actually need to go. Other side of this death, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at her, all beautiful and chilled, sat on her throne, because she is in this really, really secure energy, nurtured, nourished. And this is because she has been reborn and she has come to life in this grandeur, straight to Queen. So really trust on the other side of this that you're going to land in a really, really comfortable throne where you're going to feel so grounded and so rooted and just so nourished. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse just means that there is like a bit of like a pause for a second on your fire. And I say pause for a second because we then have this fast moving 8 of Wands here, which is like, it's the fire. this is saying with this Queen of Pentacles, it's that slow down, take a moment. We do not need to rush forwards with fire. Page of Wands in the upright is enthusiasm, it's exploration, it's this free spirit, very kind of like Sag energy. And we are going into Sag season the day after the new moon. So that is going to come online. Don't worry. This is going to come online full speed and quick movement forwards. That Chariot, wonderful. You're going to be like steamrolling ahead, but it's taking a pause here for a moment. It's taking a second to really get that fire into alignment. Take a moment as the Queen of Pentacles to really sit in that grounded and rootedness and just be like, right, okay, like now that I'm now here, now that I've been reborn, I'm in a whole different place, I'm in a whole new throne. What's my fire saying to me? Tune into your, like that pause is tuning in to your inner fire so that you can direct it in the direction you want, like, and it will move with haste. Then you're going to have the Chariot, you've got this 8 of Wands, it will move quickly, but just it's realigning yourself, getting back into alignment with it. So as you shift and die and do all that stuff with that new moon and like come back into a whole new way of being, Sag season is like the, like coming forwards. Actually, it's 2 days after. I'm lying. It's very early hours of the morning. It's like 1:30 in the morning on the Saturday, so it's 2 days after. But then you leave that day. So leave Thursday day and Friday day to like kind of really sit with and not push forwards. And then once Sag season really hits, then this fast, swift movement for you. Let's get some more cards for you, pile 4. We have Stone of Destiny and Hagstone. Love a Hagstone. Right, Stone of Destiny, life path, ambition, passion, and say yes. And yes, we will be, but we need to shift this aspect first. Trust that you're the only person that can pull that sword out of that stone. That's why it's your destiny, no one else's. So you can't miss it. You won't miss it. The only way you miss it is when we don't deal with the past aspects that keep us held back. So that is point of priority here. And then we have the Hagstone. So for one, this opening here through the heart space, but energy shield protection and inner strength. There's this just like alignment coming forwards for you of like real crone energy with that Hagstone coming in, where you're going to be really, really protected moving forwards, and you're going to feel protected, and you're going to feel such great inner strength in this movement. This is going to be so beautiful for your Chariot and 8 of Wands, but it's going to come through this process of learning. It will come through whatever it is that needs to like die so that you can be reborn. So lean into it and then trust on the other side that you're going to be going towards your destiny, but you're also going to be doing it with this like lovely protective bubble around you. Open the door to new possibilities where transformation and the unveiling of hidden truths await you. Exactly. And on like the opening the door to the new possibilities, that new moon involves that death, involves that looking backwards. So don't don't worry that you're having to spend the first chunk of the week looking back at stuff that you may either like don't want to, or you've either been avoiding, or that you're like, oh, but I thought it was done. Will it not just shift itself? No, it's going to take some active work on your behalf so that you can open these new doors to your destiny. So it is worth putting that like effort and time in this week. We then have Skull Cap and Stillness. And we have Transfiguration, and it also came out with Peaceful Warrior. Okay, so Skull Cap here. Oh, sorry, bang. Little Scorpio there. Stillness, really leaning into that space. Emperor, daddy energy, telling you what to do. Listen, pay attention, and take that inward turn. Take that trip back down with that Chariot into your inner world and really, really see in that stillness what lessons, what masks need to be broken for you so that you can move forwards. Skull Cap, if you have access to it, is also really great. It helps calm your nervous system, and that might be really beneficial to you because whatever you may be going into may be quite uncomfortable. So I definitely recommend. And then over on this side, we have that 𝐂𝐧𝐞𝐫𝐠𝐲, probably saying that wrong, apologies. Transfiguration, 2 2s, bringing in balance. And look at this like Tower card moment in tarot coming through. The Tower card being upheaval and chaos, but it's because it's a revelation and an awakening. It's transfiguration. It is moving and shifting. So this is big, especially with that death card. You've got death and tower, two very impactful major arcana cards coming through, or an aspect of the major arcana card here. So really leaning into this, because it's through this you'll get those solid foundations, and that's how you'll be able to push forwards. And like I said, it's kind of coming. We've got this like fire coming in, and then the peaceful warrior with these like milk thistle, these milk tears coming in to like soften the blow. So that's lovely, because it almost feels like this like tower moment, but it's like spirit going, but a bit softer. So that's nice with this peaceful warrior. And even the fact we've got 22 to 23, we're literally moving. We're going to move. So trust in that. It's almost like the star card coming after the tower moment. Trust in the chaos, in that awakening, although it may be shaky, like getting through this doorway may be like absolute fucking chaos for you. But the other side of it is this peaceful warrior. The other side of it is that softness and that tenderness. So like lean into the crazy. It will be well worth it. Right, I will leave it there for you. If you want a more in-depth reading that goes towards you, or if you want any help with any aspect of this, energy work could be really beneficial for you at the beginning of the week to really, really help and clear any blocks and just give you a sense of calm. Please reach out. I offer everything online. And if you did like this, please like it, comment, share, subscribe to all those things. I truly appreciate it. And I will see you in my next reading.